Hi, it's Mr. Kane here again, and we're going to be looking at some would call it the dark arts of balancing equations. Hopefully I'll be able to explain things a little bit about what we're trying to do, but don't panic if you don't fully understand it. Just keep coming back to it and trying it again. But we're looking at the symbols of things, the chemistry that's involved, and trying to make it balance. We need to have the same at the start and at the end. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with. So here's an equation. It needs the arrow in there. We've got silver plus some chlorine becoming silver chloride. But as we can see, we've got we need to look at the total number of atoms. There's one silver, there's two chlorine, but then there's one silver there and one silver there. I've got three atoms at the start and only two at the finish. Both sides need to be equal. So this side and this side need to be equal for all the atoms. Think of it as like sitting on a seesaw. So at the moment, here's my seesaw. I've got more atoms over here. I've got three on this side and only two on this side. So this side's going to go down. It's not balancing. My equation is not balancing. I've got to do something about it. Now I can't change anything over here. This here, that's it. That's a chlorine molecule. It's always got two chlorines together. I can't just take it, just take that away and just make it, make that one. That doesn't work because chlorine always sits together. So in balancing equations, you can't take things away, but you can add. So what I can do is I can make a big 2 over here. I can add some silver and add some chlorine over here. So what has that done for me? So that gives me my 2 chlorine. Great. But now I've got 2 silver. So if I go back to my seesaw again, okay, seesaw, I've got 3 on this side and now I've got 4 on this side. This side's going to go down. It's still not balancing. Remember, I can't take things away, but I can add. So what I can do, I can put a big 2 over here. Now I've got 2 silver on this side, 2 on the other side. So now the total number of atoms on this side here, I've got 4, and this side here I've got 4. Woohoo! My equation balances. And that's what we've got to have, the conservation of matter. I've got to have the same amount at the end than I started with. So I started with 4 atoms, I finished with 4 atoms. The original equation had me starting with 3 and finishing with 2. That doesn't work. So I've got to add some things in here and there to make it balance, to get the same on both sides. It's a matter of just messing around and trying things out. Remember, you can't take away from the original, but you can add. And these big numbers in the front are the way we can go about doing that. Let's try a different one. So here I've got methane plus oxygen going to carbon dioxide and water. So we're burning methane and oxygen. So I've got a carbon there, I've got a carbon there. Oh good, that balances. I've got 4 hydrogens there, I've only got 2 there. Oh dear. I've got 2 oxygen there, 2 there, and 1 there. That's not the same amount. I've got 2 molecules at the start and only 3 at the finish for the oxygen. I've got 4 molecules of hydrogen at the start and 2 at the finish. That's not working. So I need to get this to balance. I've got 4 hydrogen at the start, I need to get 4 at the end. Let's scratch my head a bit, think about it, and let's stick a big 2 there. What will that do for us? That now gives me 4 hydrogen there. So I've got 4 at the end, I've got 4 at the start. My seesaw is starting to come back into balance. I need to work on my oxygen stuff though, because what's happened there? Putting that big 2 there, I've got 2 there, I've got 1 there. No, I haven't got 1 there because I put a big 2 in front of it. I've actually got 2 there. So now I'm finishing with 4 oxygen. I've only got 2 at the start. Scratching my head some more. I've got to work on this one. Put a big 2 there. What does that do for me? Get rid of that. 4 there. Look at my balancing. I've got 1 carbon at the start, 1 at the end. I've got 4 hydrogen at the start. I've got 4 at the end. I've got 4 oxygen at the start, and I've got 2 plus 2 on that side, 4 at the end. My equation balances. Brilliant. So hopefully now when we mess around with chemicals and bits and pieces and stuff, start with write out the word equation, put in the formula, we know what the numbers in the formula mean, and then work on your seesaw. Get the same amount of atoms on both sides. So what we start with is what we finish. We conserve matter. We have the same amount at the start as we do at the end. Good luck with that. It just takes practice, trying things out, putting numbers in, figuring out how many atoms you now have that your formula says, and trying to get it to balance. Just trial and error. Practice makes perfect. Good luck.